Hey, what's going on, bike people of the internet? In this video we're going to build this 1996 Cannondale F600 with a lot of purple anodized bits. Starting with this purple Hope anodized quick release. This is a modern one, but I still think it's got a very 90s purple vibe to it. With the seat clamp installed, we can now install a seat post and then clamp up the bike on the seat post rather than the frame to stop it getting scratched up. This bike is going to be what we call a Restomod, so an old frame with a modern drivetrain, like you get in a car world, like you get on a Singer Porsche 911 or several Camaros and stuff like that over in America, with modern running drivetrain but the old classic body shelter. That's kind of the theme of this bike. So we've got this 2010-ish spec Shimano XT chain set with a race face, one by purple chain ring to add to the purple 90s effect we're going with this bike. With the Shimano Holotech 2 type chain sets, I like to walk it up to the torque target, so set it low initially, get to one side, get the other side to the low setting, then build it up slowly until the final manufacturer's stated torque. That way you don't get an asymmetric load across the bolts whilst we're trying to tighten them up. In the Restomod theme, I'm going to fit a SRAM X1 rear derailleur. It's a bit of an odd one, this one. It's sat between the GX and the X01. It's not a group set they no longer make, so it's like a third tier, but it's quite high performance. To make it a bit more 90s, I fitted some very nice purple jockey wheels, aluminium jockey wheels, to keep in with the theme. Very 90s and very purple. Purple handlebars with a brace, extremely 90s, very nice, but there's a problem. There's absolutely no way I can fit the bars to this current stem because it hasn't got a removable faceplate on this original stem to the bike, no matter how hard I tried, so I need to find a new stem. Thought it might be a hard thing to find, but Merlin Cycles are selling these still currently to this date for just £5. It's a Cannondale spec 140mm stem. So if you're unaware, Cannondale use a very funny size stem on the head shock bites. It's a 1.56 outside diameter to squeeze around this oversized head tube. So it really limits your choice selection. But for a £5, it's a bargain, although it is the longest stem out of any bike, including all my road bikes at 140mm. It's pretty ridiculous, but it's only a £5. And now we can remove the faceplate from the stem and get these bars installed. The bars are a peculiar one to me. It's not a brand I've come across before. They must be pretty old and original purple 90 spec bars. The brand is Rito. Has anybody come across Rito bars before? R-I-T-O. I do say 6061 T6 downhill bar. So does that ring a bell with anybody? When I was a young teenager, the sort of bars you could afford on the paper round money were the sort of Club Roost Go Fast bars, and they had a brace, or there was the sort of very budget spec ones if you wanted a nice upgrade, was the Trans X bars. And to be fair, they're pretty nice. They weren't like Azonic or World Force bars with the bars you'd dream of, but they were affordable for about 20 quid at the time, I think. But these are pretty nice. They do have a lot of backsweep on them as well, which is, you know, kind of in trend with all the hipster bikes and towny bikes at the moment people are doing. So yeah, something a bit unusual. Let me know in the comments if you have any information on these Rito downhill bars, whether they're available where you were or when you were young. Get in contact and let me know. At this stage, I'm not doing the bolts up mega tight. I'm just sort of tightening them so that everything holds itself in place. Once it's down on the floor, I'll set all the bar angles and stuff to my preference, then hit them with a torque wrench. Then I don't want things flopping around at this point in time. Just nip them up with the Allen key and yeah, take it from there really. Do the sort of fine tuning of the torque on the floor. For brake levers, I'm going to go with these Avid Speed Dial 7s. They're brand new, still available brake levers. The beauty of these is they're kind of original Avid Speed Dial looking still, but you can adjust them on the speed dial between sort of V-brake lever pull and cantilever lever pull, so you get long and short pull levers. Keeping the 90s theme, I'm going to fit a grip shift. This is a 11 speed grip shift. Did you know they even made these? It's a GX one. Still can get these actually. I think they work really well. I kind of a little bit of a fan of grip shift for a non-performance bike. I definitely don't hate them as much as some people do. I don't feel like you get misshifts like they say. And these ones even come with matching grips, so you can kind of get it all hunky-dory and matching. But yeah, the grip shift is pretty good, I reckon. The modern ones, although I don't think they've made them for 12 speed. More purple anodizing. This time it's gonna be the wheels. These are a wheel set I made a few years ago myself. It's got a Hope RS4 hub, I think. It's the road hub effectively without the disc brake flange. And I've mated these to Halo white line rims with silver spokes, very period correct I feel, and her purple Hope quick release to add even more purple to the mix. And here's the matching front wheel. Hope hub, Halo rim. Looks really good, I think, especially the black and silver. The sort of gloss black looks real smart. Anodized purple goodness. Brakes next. Guess what? More anodized purple. Diacompi 986's period correct 90s brakes. What a pain in the bum to set up, especially with the Force 50 Cannondale weird sort of brake hanger things, multipliers. I spent hours setting these up, so much so I didn't even bother recording the rear brake setup. It was such a pain in the bum. I think they're slightly a bit too rusty and gritty on the inside, but I got them working just about. Let's move on to pedals. We're going to add some more anodized purple, you guessed it, but not period correct. These are Nuke Proof Horizon trail pedals. I picked these up in the sort of chain reaction wiggle fire sale a few years ago for quite cheap. I've actually got 2 or 3 sets of these. They were very, very cheap at the time, so definitely worth picking up. And yeah, of course, there's anodized purple that's going on this bike. No anodized purple seats that I could find. However, I do have a very nice, slightly used, it's been on this bike before in a previous build, charged spoon with this red to purple fade, which is the complete perfect seat for this bike, I think. Only thing that could make it slightly better is a black base instead of a white base. I really hate the white colour on it, but it is the perfect seat for this bike. It looks period correct enough, and the colour scheme is literally like someone made this for a mid-90s Cannondale of these two colours. So let's take the bike outside, take it for a ride, and try to get some good pictures of it. I also treated myself to Insta360 camera, so expect some sort of zany angles. They're quite good. They're definitely a step up from the GoPros and stuff I used to use for this stuff anyhow. I'm quite impressed. Anyhow, the bike, the finished article. I'm pretty happy with it. What would I like to change is always a question. And so I think the things I would like to change are probably the brakes. These Derailleur brakes, they are not the best in the world. They are really finicky to set up, and these ones being old and crusty on the inside, they're kind of hard to get the tension right, and they seem to change their tension over time as well, so really finicky. I definitely need to take them off and give them a go over. These old school purple bars I think are pretty good. It was worth spending a £5 on a new stem just to make those fit. I still can't believe you can get that stem. Still to this day, on the 19th of July, you can buy that stem for a £5 off of a Wiggle Chain Reaction if you need one, if you're a Cannondale person. The Hope hubs, the RS4s are perfectly good. The Char saddle, I don't think I could find a better saddle for this bike. Would I like a purple seat post? If I could find one, I think I would fit it. Yeah, good cranks. I think some more bougie cranks would look nice, but not necessary, and they're going to be expensive. Yeah, other than that, it's back on the road and usable. The only thing it really needs is a new elastomer for the head shock, because this one is pretty much gone and I'm on the main spring now, I feel like. So if you know a good supplier of elastomers for UKs, get in the comments, because the only ones I can find seem to be in like Colorado and in America, and well, that's fine. I don't mind ordering stuff from the States at all. It's just extra levels of faff. Okay, what's next coming up on the channel? I've pretty much finished the Klein Pulse restoration. It was started about 2 years ago. I've stripped the bike back to a polished frame. You may have seen a short on it if you're a keen follower of my channel. So that's done. I just got to edit the video down, which I hopefully get done in the next couple of weeks. It's currently about 4 hours unedited, so it's a very, very long video. But it's looking good. I fitted a really bougie part to it because I wasn't happy with the bike how it looked in the short, so I bought something new. And there's a Cannondale SM1000 on the to-do list, which I bought earlier in the year. A few other bits and bobs and a couple of ideas coming up, and I found a load of bits. I might do a video on retro reproduction parts you can buy, because I think I've got most of the good bits in stock at the moment for build, so I might do a little advisory video that might be good for some people, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, thanks for watching this far. Give it a like and subscribe if you could, it'd be much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.